Hey boys and girls, it's KnightStalker here. Welcome along today to my guide on Prefecture Guard. Check it out. Today we're going to talk about some of the quirks of this unit. We're going to talk about the mechanics, their formations, and we're going to talk about how they're an amazing burst unit. So the first question probably want to know is this unit relevant in the game? Is it something you can continue to use into high tier play? The answer is absolutely yes. This is an amazing unit, and this wasn't the case 3 weeks ago prior to when I made this video. They actually got a buff where you could use their number 2 skill and their number 3 skill together, which I'll show you how to do soon. And what this allows them to do is it allows to burst down any unit. This unit can burst down X-Raiders and kill them in under 2 seconds. This unit can burst down cavalry if you CC them first. I'll show you how to do that. And it can destroy Iron Reapers with your hero's help in a matter of seconds. I have seen videos of this unit just deleting Iron Reapers. So if you tool this one up well, you're going to be able to use this unit just perfectly. So anyway, without further ado, let's move on to some of the theory, then we'll move on to some of the practice, and then we'll move on to the gameplay footage. Let's go. Okay, so here we are with the finer details of the Prefecture Guards. These are the doctrines I'm using, just for some extra blocks, some extra damage, and take less range damage, because they tend to take a little bit of range damage, this unit, more so than others, and I'm not really quite sure why. Maybe they just get targeted because they look and are a lighter unit, so they're easy to kill for archers, I guess. That Stalwart Doctrine at the bottom is, I think it's Frontier only, but you can just put more damage on there if you like. A Breakthrough would be absolutely fine. Breakthrough gives you another 95 damage, so they're quite available in the wide range of doctrines that they've got. They don't need speed is one thing, so don't worry about putting that on there, because as you can see, they've got 5.5 speed. That's fast. It's about as fast as infantry go without getting crazy on it. As you can see, they've both got 1600 slashing damage and slashing armor penetration. 1600, there's a sweet spot at 1600 for both heroes and infantry. This isn't the video where I can explain it all, but there's a nice wee sweet spot there. If you can get up to 1600, it's really good. The armor is okay. They're moderately armored. They're armored enough for a shock troop. You know, they're not light troops, but they're only heavy mid tier, if that makes sense. In terms of the veterancy lines here, this one is terrible. Do not use this one. Do not use this one. It's just trash. So my favourite is top to middle. You get this double strike here on the outside, which I find is really useful. You're going to get lots of ranged damage reduction, which is good. You're going to get extra blocking, which is good, and you're going to get a little bit of Prefecture drill cooldown. It starts from 1 minute, this cooldown. Because it is so deadly, it's perfectly acceptable in my mind to keep that up there. Bit of slashing defense, which is great for keeping them alive. They get 30% damage to Prefecture drill, which you'll get on this line too. Where are we? Yeah, you'll still get the 30% damage no matter which line you take. Both of these are completely viable. Whatever your preference is, go for it. I like to have the double strike, but also another 20-second cooldown, plus you get another, on this line, we'll talk about that in a minute, 15... So you're going to get 35 seconds cooldown, right? That's 25 seconds. You can use them more often. It's very deadly. You don't get quite as much burst damage, but that's life. This one here, shield wall formation, it is not a shield wall. This one I would best describe as open line. It's a very, very long line with a lot of space between the guys. It's not at all a shield wall. It's just a shocking formation. It's useless. I haven't found anything good for that. Critical value is good. There's the damage we talked about, cooldown we talked about, a bit of extra slashing armor penetration. As you can see, that's another 186 if you wanted to go up that line as well. I don't know, do we get some in here? This one's more a defense and burst, yeah. But both of these lines are perfectly viable, and I would recommend both of them. I have tried both of them, and I like. Some of my earlier videos with Prefecture Guard, I was using this one, and some of my later ones I'm using this one. Both are perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable, because you don't generally use this, and both have good burst damage, with this one being more regular and this one being more intense. That's my choice there. Let's move on now to the training room, where we'll quickly show you the mechanics and formations, and then we will get real fast into some real world combat where you can see how well these guys do. Let's go over there now. Okay, boys and girls, let's get into this training room. Let me show you the formations really quick. This one here is just the open formation. This is the one I tend to use a lot when I'm trying to store them around a corner and things like that. It's the tightest and most compact that you can get this unit. It just is. The reason why. This here is what they call the cover commander mode. As you can see, it's very, very spread out. And it's not good for hiding the troops behind a wall or anything, or behind a building. It doesn't work. The other formation you can get if you're taking the other veterancy line is the shield wall formation, which, as we already talked about, is not a shield wall at all. It looks like, see how these guys are standing here in a curve? It's exactly the same, but everyone's in a straight line. And it's open, and it's not at all a shield wall. It's an open line formation. Just looks like this, but one big straight long line. The last little, well, is it a formation? I don't know. But if you hit 3, you put them into cover commander, and they'll continue to use that same open formation. The only mildly irritating thing about this is if you're a glaive or a longsword, when you buff or heal, it doesn't take the front rank. So something to be aware of. Just step forward and heal. These guys down the back here will miss out, but that's life. Anyway, let's take them in, and I'll show you real quick how they work. This unit is not complex, but it is very, very deadly. So the first thing is we've got a charge. Charge is nice and easy. They've got a relatively long range charge as well. Now, like any shock infantry, if any overshoot, some of them will probably overshoot. See the guys running away down the back? If you hit V, they'll turn around and come back to try and help. And it's just their normal charge and attack. Come on, guys, there we go. Right, so the next one is the super deadly burst mode. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to walk up to the enemy, we're going to hit 2 to go into Prefecture drill, and immediately hit 3 to go into cover commander again. Watch this. Bring them in, hit 2, hit 3, move through the unit if you can so that the enemy, between you and the unit, if not possible, it doesn't matter, they will absolutely slaughter anything. I have seen this unit slaughter Iron Reapers with hero help. It will delete Axe Raiders. This unit's burst potential is outrageous. It is an absolutely fantastic unit, and I use it all the time in high tier late game. I cannot express to you how great this unit is. There's always been a bit of a discussion about should you take Conqueror Guard or should you take Prefecture Guard. With the Prefecture Guard's buff, they hugely outclass the Conqueror. So there we go. That's how you use this unit. Let's move on now to some real world examples. Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to show you a little bit about the Prefecture Guards in real world. So it always happens with your hero in real world. So let's see what they do to these condos when we put on the Prefecture drill and then go into cover commander. As you can see, it just melts through the unit and melts through the hero very quickly. This unit can melt heroes as well. Now we're on the chase for these grandpas, and I make a bit of a mistake at the bottom here where my skill is on cooldown, you see? And unfortunately, that cost me my life. However, it doesn't cost me my unit. And my uncontrolled, not guided, no hero Palace Guard unit shall now proceed, with a little bit of help, to demolish through the grandpa unit. How's that for fun? Okay, in this clip I see some people running across the top here and I think, I can get engaged with this. I think I'm going to trade, you see. These are Palace Guards, so much better unit than Prefectures, as you probably all know by now. And so we put them in, we put them on the blender mode, we put them in the cover commander mode. These cavalry charge us and fully regret it instantly as we cut them all down. We cut down the Palace Guard, we cut down everything that's being sent to them. And they're still alive. Watch how long it takes to kill those last couple of Palace Guard. They're still fighting in there, still doing damage. And there we go, the last guy's dead now. Tough as hell, man. How do you kill cavalry? This is how you do it. You CC the cavalry with your hero. Go into blender mode. Watch them tear down those cavalry who were stunned very briefly. Want to see it again? Same game actually, this one. Second unit of cavalry. We're going to rescue these claymores from the armiger lancers. Watch this. Again, stun them with your hero, put them into blender mode, and just pull them through the cavalry. Those claymores would have been okay after I stunned them, but we decided we wanted the kills and mowed down most of the unit ourselves. Here we go. These guys are in stealth mode behind there. We won't pull them out just yet. I just wanted to show you this very funny pike who decided that he's going to try and stab me. Watch this. He's like, take that. I'm like, ow. And he's like, take that. And then he falls off the wall. So as you can see, we're losing this fight, right? That'd be terrible. We don't want to lose no fight. We better bring the Prefecture Guard up. And put them in blender mode. Stand on the other side of these claymores and these palace guard and these axe raiders. And we'll just chop through them, you see. The enemy didn't quite make it through to the friendly palace guard. We killed them all first. But the axe raiders made it through. And then we're just going to kill a couple more. The burst damage on this unit is nuts. Unfortunately, we get hit by a treb and it's all over. Want to see me mow down some condos again? I just like rubbing it into all those condo pros where the condos used to have the edge on this unit. Well, they certainly don't anymore. Choppity, 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 blendy, 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 smush, smush, smush. The burst mode is nuts. So we killed the condos, and unfortunately the hero got away, but we ordered takeout, and the mall brings him back again, and the boys just absolutely wreck his face. And there we have it, boys and girls. There is my guide on Prefecture Guard. Hopefully I've inspired you to go and give this unit a go. Their burst potential is absolutely crazy. And in one-on-one situations, they tend to beat just about anything, especially if you help them with your hero and shut down the enemy hero. Anyway, I hope you learned something new, or you just enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for coming to my channel.